Chinese EVs are suddenly everywhere, right? It feels fast, like rain filling a dry street in 1 minute. Here is the headline I need you to know. By early last year, Chinese brands grabbed about 11% of Europe's electric market in 1 month, and in one late summer month, they even beat Tesla when you add them up. That shift is not just buzz. It is price, specs, and policy smashing together. Europe now adds duties on top of the normal import tax. There is a base duty of about 10%, and then counter tariffs that can run from single digits to the mid-30s depending on the company. So, a car that looked like a steal last spring might land today with a very different invoice. Still, some deals remain strong because battery costs and scale from China are real. I'll keep this calm and clear, like a pre-flight checklist for your next car. If this sounds like the kind of messy but real talk you want more of, that's what we do here at Recall Roadmap with Morgan. So yeah, subscribe if you want in. I'm Morgan, and I dig into recalls, safety, and the boring stuff that saves you big. I'll show you how tariffs, safety tests, and service maps all connect to your driveway. Think of it like reading the weather before a road trip. It might be sunny at home and stormy at the border. Ready to see what changed the math on these cars and why it matters when you sign on the dotted line? Okay, deep breath. Let's map the money part first. The EU set provisional extra duties in mid-2024. Then, on October 29 of that year, the EU locked in final rates for 5 years. Those are on top of the usual 10% car import duty. So, roughly, BYD sits around the high teens for the extra charge, Geely is around the high teens too, and SAIC can land in the mid-30s for that extra layer. Again, those are added to the base 10%, which is why price sheets feel jumpy. Now, the twist. Even with that, Chinese groups kept growing in Europe. In one late summer month of 2024, their combined EV sales edged past Tesla's in Europe. By mid-2025, SAIC brands had racked up well over 150,000 registrations across Europe, and BYD's registrations were shooting up, with analysts expecting six-figure sales for the year. So, did tariffs stop the wave? Not really. They slowed it, bent it, and also nudged a new play. Local assembly plans are moving, with one maker delaying Spain to late 2025 and another lining up Hungary. Trade officials in Brussels even said they do not see a legal basis for retaliation, which lowers panic for now, but you know how fast that can change. Do you feel how this is less a wall and more a detour sign that makes everyone take a longer, pricier route? Let's turn this into a buyer plan you can run this weekend. First, confirm the exact duty exposure. Is the car built in China and fully electric? If yes, expect the base 10% plus that company's extra duty tier, which can be from single digits to the mid-30s. If it is a hybrid, rules differ, so ask the dealer in writing which duties apply. Second, price versus spec. Chinese EVs often bring strong batteries, screens, and driver tech for less, which is why they took share fast. But duty pass-through can shrink the gap, so compare the out-the-door price, not just the brochure. Third, safety. Look up your exact model's Euro NCAP score and test details, not just stars. Check active safety, pedestrian protection, and assistance systems. Fourth, warranty and software. One big brand in Europe advertises about 6 years of vehicle coverage and about 8 years on the battery, which is solid for peace of mind. Ask about over-the-air updates and whether Android Auto or CarPlay are fully supported in your country. Fifth, service map. Open the brand's service locator and count real sites near you and along your usual trips. Parts delay can turn a tiny fix into a month on the bus. Sixth, future-proofing. Local plants in Hungary and Spain could change pricing and parts flow once they are live. But timing has slipped before. Grab our EU EV pre-delivery checklist to spot red flags before handover. Which two of these checks would save you the most money and stress this year? Can I be honest? I was a skeptic at first. I like slow, boring cars that start every morning and keep my coffee steady. Then I drove a few new imports last year and, the value felt real. Range claims looked tidy, cabins were clean, and the price tags made my calculator smile. But then I dug into the paperwork. Tariffs shifted between order and delivery windows. A friend waited on a part, and a simple fix took weeks. That is when I realized this moment is like buying fruit at a street market right after a storm. Lots of great picks, but you must check for bruises. So here is my simple rule. Pick the car that clears 3 gates. Gate 1 is safety proofs you can show your neighbor. Gate 2 is support you can drive to in under an hour. Gate 3 is a price that still works after the duties and the fees. If a Chinese EV clears those, it is a smart buy. If not, wait for local assembly or a revised offer. If this helped, hit subscribe so you do not miss the next recall alert or buyer guide. And hey, thank you for hanging out with me today. We have deeper dives on service networks and tariff timelines queued up next. So what answer would change your mind more right now? A sharper price or a stronger safety and service story? Alright, we covered the why and the what now. Chinese EVs rose fast on price and scale, and Europe answered with duties on top of the base import tax. Some brands now route around the hit with local plants, though one Spain plan slid to late 2025, and others are still lining up capacity. So for you, the move is clear. Check duty exposure, confirm safety tests, verify warranty and software, and map service before you fall in love with the configurator. Use our EU EV pre-delivery checklist to catch the stuff sales talk skips. If you want more straight, safety first help like this, that is what we do at Recall Roadmap with Morgan, so subscribe and stick with us. Thank you for watching and for caring about doing this right. If you are shopping, queue up our next episodes on NCAP reading and tariff pass-through, and compare side by side with a model you already know. I am rooting for you to buy once and smile for years. And I will leave you with one big thought to sit with as you browse tonight. Is the best car the one with the wildest spec sheet, or the one that still gets you home happy when the rules and prices shift again tomorrow?